Underground. I had just turned 18 and school was out. Richard and I had qualified for the Baisley shooting team and we couldn't make up our minds about what we wanted to do. Richard was working for the Mercantile and was interested in forestry. Ross Lomer was working at the Boyle Brothers Diamond Drilling and was interested in radar, a new detection system and a field of science on its own. Ronald Red Douglas and I decided to go underground. Joe Ferguson, Red, and I all applied at the same time. We were issued slips to go see Archie Patterson in the company stores. As I walked in, I felt a little timid. Archie had a proboscis that made Jimmy Durante look like a piker. He also had a sense of humor that I had not noticed before. He had a sign on the storeroom door. What's the difference between God and Archie? God knows all. Archie's all knows. After picking up a hard hat and battery belts, I decided to head for the bathhouse to pick out a hanger and basket. I was very familiar with the bathhouse. From the time I was 6 years old, I had come here for my Saturday night bath. I believe every lad in town came, had a bath, and then ran around in the nude playing tag with wet towels. You know when you were tagged, as you'd be sporting a red welt. Yeah, you felt it. Ouch! The floors were so smooth and the place so warm, we would play for hours. On Saturday evening, when there were no bosses working, the ladies and girls were allowed to use the boss's side of the bathhouse, if they had the nerve. The hanger was a mesh basket with a hook on each of the four sides attached to a chain that was hung over a pulley high in the ceiling. The miners kept their soap, flannel, snuff, and other things in the basket and hung their towel and clothes on the sides. When not in use, they were pulled up to the ceiling and the chain was hooked on a rail above the bench. At the south end of the bathhouse was a lamp cabin. Here the safety lamps, batteries, and headlamps were maintained and the ID numbers kept. When not going on shift, a miner would be signed in and passed a lamp and battery magnetically locked, as well as a metal tag with his number on it. This metal tag was put on the tongue of the battery belt buckle. When coming off shift, you would turn it in to show that you were out of the mine and off shift. If your number was not turned in, it was the fire boss's responsibility to find out why and to go back down to the mine and find you. In a disaster, if a body was beyond recognition, the tag would identify the miner.